So I'm sitting in my common room and my friends are complaining about all the all-nighters that they have to pull in order to get all their work done. That's when I started thinking about professors giving a lot of homework, and how some of them say my class is the most important class to justify the amount. More and more teachers feel this way, and suddenly you're swimming in homework and have long since forgotten about sleep. You become a zombie. Yikes. That's when I remembered Beggars in Spain by Nancy Kress. The overall issue is between sleepless and sleepers, but there's this one character who isn't a sleepless. I don't like him. His name is Roger Camden. He has a lot of money and success. His formula for his success is work a lot and sleep as little as possible. I'm all, yeah, right. I decided to use this final project to prove Mr. Camden wrong and teach professors a lesson. It was simple. Make a video and present the video to professors of my friends and I staying up for 36 hours. I expected there to be a gradual decline in productivity the longer we stayed awake. Somehow that wasn't the case. At 7 p.m. on Friday, and then 1 a.m., 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. on Saturday, we took a reflex test and an IQ test. While my testing results declined at first, they became normal again. I theorized that at night, brain function naturally declines due to it being dark outside, and then functions normally during the day. As for my productivity, I didn't end up accomplishing a lot, but duh, Amy plus friends equals distractions. I realized that the more time I have to get something done, the less I'll get done, while with a time crunch, I can move mountains. So, staying awake gives you more time to do work, but it also gives you more time to procrastinate. And I realized that work made me sleepy, so I turned to fun things to keep me awake. Go figure. Thus, while the variable friends acts as an equivalent to daily interactions, it contributed more as a distraction and should be thought out further. In the future, I would suggest limited time interaction with people, so that there is time to get real work done alone. And what about Beggars in Spain? Well, while I wasn't sleeping, I started to feel pity for Roger Camden, the guy I don't like. I started to theorize that while I get sleep, I focus on humanitarian parts of life, like what is moral or not. In Camden's case, that would be his treatment of Alice, his normal daughter, not sleepless. And then Amy, without sleep, focuses more on the accomplishments of Mr. Camden and how he managed to live life with little sleep. A bit of his step in his shoes case. All of this got me thinking. Just like how kids get cranky when they're tired or giggly, perhaps people switch mindsets completely and learn and see things in a new, backwards way. With the thoughts of further study in my tired mind, I remained content doing nothing but watching a movie and drinking coffee. Which is when Leisha came to mind. How is it that a person can be so into learning? Even when well rested, I wouldn't put learning at the top of my list. Perhaps it's not all the time the sleepless have that makes them smarter. Instead, it's the genuine desire. Perhaps the sleepless community is one big metaphor for productivity. Speaking of productivity, another thing I realized was that the quality of the work I did manage to do was poor, and that I have a low attention span. So, all-nighters don't seem to help me do work. I'm better off giving up and just calling it a night. Another thing I'd like to point out is that all of the passages about tensions between sleepless and sleepers came to mind during the experiment. Some of my friends got sleep, and seeing them wake up and look well rested was a strange mix of envy and pride in myself for staying up. It was a first-hand example of sleepless for sleepers. So this didn't end up being another study to show sleep deprivation affecting productivity. Some issues need to be addressed first. Now, for all the brave experimenters who attempt to redo this test, keep in mind a few things. 1. Limit the interactions with people to ensure work is done. 2. Try to be like the sleepless and be productive. You're a student who is trying to get all their heavily assigned work done. And lastly, make sure you sleep before operating machinery or driving a car. And start.
Trying to say.
You got 6?
Yeah, I got 6.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Nerd.
What?
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 Where's Nebraska?
Hey, what? Don't make me turn
So, this is the start of the video, and this is the room for video guys.
Look at our crew. Can we all like hold hands?
so hard, ooh Lord, my trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Don't nobody know.
There's no nap.
There's no opposite on the side.
There's no option.
Like, Ellie, don't go to sleep because of the fact that we all have to stay up for about 30 hours right now.
We're not doing illegal stuff, I promise!